Hello, and welcome to the Live Past Crazy Show. Your host is Mitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with her? Mitra appreciates you taking the time out to listen to the podcast, and it is her sincere hope that what we share is something that you can use to help you and someone you know live past crazy.
Good morning, guys. Let me turn you up. Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Mitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? It is MLK Day, so a lot of us are off at home today. So it's going to be an amazing day. It's going to be an amazing day. Hope you guys have something else, a day on, not a day off. Please go out and volunteer. And you shouldn't just be volunteering. I just now realized, I think I have my shirt on backwards. Volunteering just because it's MLK Day, but for every day, for every occasion. Seek out your local communities and see what they have for you to do, because someone is always in need of help. All right, so let's go right into the quote of the day and the thought of the day, since I can't get into Facebook for some reason. All right, here we go. Here's the quote of the day, and I'm not sure whose quote this is. When I stop struggling, I float. It is the law. When I stop struggling, I float. It is the law. That simply means when you adjust and allow yourself to grow, you will continue to move. But if you don't allow yourself to grow, you won't move. When you fight against it, it becomes harder. The harder you fight against growing, against your growth, against whatever it is that's pushing you forward to something different, the harder it's going to be. When I stop struggling, I float. It is the law. I love that quote. And so here is the thought of the day. Don't feel bad when people don't understand your dedication to things, right? Don't allow people to challenge your dedication to your dream, to your hopes, your aspirations, to whatever it is. Don't allow them to challenge how you feel about the thing that you have to accomplish, because it is yours. It is not there. It's not there. So don't allow them to challenge your dedication to your job, to yourself, to wanting to be better, to wanting to provide more for your children. Don't allow people to challenge your dedication to where you want to go. It is not there. So let me tell the story. I read this last year before. I never knew this. So Dr. Martin Luther King, we know him as an amazing leader and always on the forefront. But he had written letters to his wife, and really to his wife. It was like his personal journal, where he said he wanted to quit, that every day he cried because he was scared his children and his wife were going to be killed, and he didn't know if what he was doing was really making a difference, and he really wanted to quit because he was afraid to keep going. He was scared. He didn't know what to do. He didn't understand why it was happening this way. And he wrote those letters sitting at his kitchen table. And those are things that if we've never heard about it, we just can't believe that it's true. But it is, because sometimes when you are, and it makes us all human. And even with him feeling all of those feelings, being afraid that his wife and children were going to be killed, being afraid for his own life, not understanding his complete and full journey. He didn't stop. People challenged his dedication every day. People challenged the end result every single day, but he didn't stop. He felt the fear and did it anyway. He didn't understand or see the whole journey, but he kept going anyway. We can't allow someone to challenge our dedication to want to change our community. We can't allow people to challenge our dedication to want better, to be better, to understand better, or provide better for our family and our kids. And when you are in those MLK moments, when it may be you sitting at your kitchen table upset and crying that you just want to quit because you didn't know it would be like this, or it's too hard, or you don't understand the journey, but you know you have to keep going. That's when you understand your dedication to your own self, your dedication to your journey, and that you're not going to allow anybody to change that, because our destiny is not changing. When I read that story about Martin Luther King, it made him more human, because like some of us, we think of Dr. King, and you know, if you were a kid in North Carolina, the big trip was come to Atlanta and to see his memorial and go to the MLK Center. And so sometimes you don't think of him as a man or as human, but when you read those letters where he was crying and he was upset and he was afraid for his children's life and his wife that, you know, they were going to die because of something he wanted to do, where he wanted to give up and he wanted to quit. That makes him more human, but it also makes you understand that he was not only dedicated to his journey, he knew his destiny wasn't changing. He knew that nothing that came up against what he was doing was changing his outcome. So on today, as we honor Dr. King, please do some volunteer work in your community. Even if they don't have it, you can create some volunteer work. Even if it's helping an elderly person, or a single mother, or a single father, or helping some children, whatever it may be, whatever you feel led on your heart to do to help someone, because we're all in this together. And I think sometimes people forget this. We're on this earth together. We have got to survive it together. Now, our journeys may be separate, but our destinies are not changing. So on this absolutely wonderful Monday morning, don't allow people to challenge your dedication to what you want to achieve. If you want to change your community, you absolutely can. If you want to change yourself, you absolutely can. If you want to do better for your children, you absolutely can. Don't allow anyone to challenge your dedication to yourself to do and want better. Don't allow that. Because what you'll find is, once you allow somebody to come in and change your dedication to the thing that you set out to do, then you're going to have resentment, anger, and frustration for everyone, when it's really to one person, place, thing, or situation. So today, guys, quote of the day: when I stop struggling, I float. It is the law. So let's not struggle in our greatness. Allow it to be, okay? Allow your greatness to be. And don't allow people to challenge your dedication. Don't allow them to challenge your dedication. I know there's some things I'm dedicated to. And let me tell you, it is a process to get to the end result, but I'm dedicated to the end result that I want. And I know what I want to see. And I know that I'm not going to stop until I get there. That applies to work, my career. That applies to entrepreneurship. That applies to relationships. That applies to friendships. I'm not stopping until I get that end result. Don't allow people to challenge your dedication to where you want to be, what you want to do. If you want to change your community, don't allow somebody who's not doing anything challenge your drive, your commitment to do that. So that always makes me angry. You gonna tell me how to do something, how not to do it, and why I shouldn't do it when you never even started. The problem is your activity is highlighting their inactivity. That's the problem. That's the problem. Your activity is highlighting their inactivity. Don't allow them to challenge your dedication. You can't challenge my dedication to be my sister's keeper. You can't challenge my dedication to be the only Live Past Crazy specialist, because when you're asleep, I'm up reading the book. I'm up getting the quote of the day, thinking about the thought of the day. When you're asleep and want to take a day off, I'm going to hit the camera button and do the Fearless Morning Show. When you want to hang out and watch TV or hang out and do whatever it is that you want to do, I want to be dedicated to do something else, because my destiny is not changing. And so I do things that are destiny forward moving things that are moving me towards my destiny at all times. Yeah, I have times of downtime where I play and I have a good time and I relax. But this is always at the forefront of my mind. My destiny is not changing. My destiny is not changing with people, relationships, places. There's some things that I have in my mind that I'm going to accomplish. Don't allow somebody to challenge your dedication. They don't understand the drive that you have. It's not for them to understand. It's not for them to comprehend. And it may possibly be for them not to go with you. Even though it may hurt you and it may hurt them, but they can't go. They cannot go. When I stop struggling, I float. It is the law. When you are at ease with your strength and rest in your power, you float. You go. The more you try to fight it, because you're trying to live small when you're supposed to live great, and you do more damage by living small than you do by living great. That's where the struggle comes in. You know you're meant to change your community, but you're allowing people who don't do anything to challenge your commitment to what you said you were going to do. That's not fair for the people that's waiting for you. That's not fair for the people who need you, need your service, need your dedication. That's not fair to them, because you're allowing somebody's inactivity to prohibit your forward moving activity. And that's the only problem. That's the real problem. Your activity is highlighted by their inactivity. That's not your problem. That's not your fault. That's not your business. Don't allow them to challenge your dedication to what you're doing. You can't allow that, because if you do, then you're going to stop your movement. I can't get caught up in everything, because then there would be no Sister's Keeper. There would be no Live Past Crazy specialist. If every time somebody challenged my commitment, Jojo, do you really have to do it? You can't take a day off? Why are you getting up so early? It's your day off. Because you don't understand my commitment. That's not my problem that you don't understand my commitment. But I'm dedicated to it. So therefore I have to. There is no option of not to. I don't understand how you're not dedicated. So that makes us, we could be the same person. I can love you. We can be friends. But my dedication is different than yours. Doesn't make me any better. Doesn't make you any less. And doesn't make you any better. Doesn't make me any less. It simply means my dedication is different. So don't allow anyone to challenge your dedication today. You can change your community. You can do whatever you set your mind out to. And on this wonderful Martin Luther King Day, please make sure you volunteer somewhere. If there's nowhere for you to volunteer at today inside of your community, you do that today. Ask someone, can you help them in some shape, form, or fashion today? Go to the shelter. Help an elderly person. Whatever it may be, let's help Dr. King carry out his thing. And just know that when I read that story where he wanted to give up and he was afraid because he wasn't sure he was doing the right thing and going in the right place, and, you know, When I read that, that made him more human. But I also saw that his destiny wasn't changing. Didn't matter who challenged his dedication. He was committed to that journey. So on this wonderful Monday morning, Martin Luther King Day, I want you to be amazing. Don't allow anybody to challenge your dedication. They don't have to understand it. And you may not even be able to put it into words yourself yet either. That's okay. Don't stop. When you stop struggling, you float. It is the law. That simply means when you stop fighting yourself to be great, you're on your way. Things become a little smoother because you're not fighting it. Don't fight it. Go be great today. Go be amazing. I want you guys to have an amazing day. I want you to be peaceful, period. Be peaceful, period. And then let's go out and interact with our communities today. And let's go and allow Dr. King's dream to live every day, not just a day. Let's be committed to it. Don't allow anybody to challenge our dedication. I'm dedicated to being my sister's keeper. I'm dedicated to being the only Live Past Crazy specialist. I'm dedicated to that. I'm absolutely dedicated. And it doesn't matter what comes along this way because my destiny is not changing. And if y'all haven't read that story about Martin Luther King, Google it. I think, I don't know if I found it, how I found it, but I found that story. So just Google it. And it was letters. I want to say it's like a journal, but it was letters to his wife where, you know, he was afraid and he really wanted to quit and he wanted to give up and he didn't understand his journey and he didn't understand why people did these things and he was afraid for his life, his wife, his children, and he was afraid that his dedication was going to get his entire family killed, but he couldn't stop. But every day he was afraid, but every day he was dedicated. Every day people challenged it, but his destiny wasn't changing. So I hope this has helped somebody today, guys. Please don't allow anybody to challenge your dedication to do what you need to do. Be who you need to be. The problem is your action is highlighting their inactivity. So your activity is highlighting their inactivity, meaning you working and doing something is challenging them not working and not doing something. You not complaining is highlighting them complaining about the thing. You addressing the thing is them highlighting the fact that they're not brave enough to address it. Don't allow anybody to challenge your commitment today. Be committed. People are waiting on you. In the quote of the day, when I stop struggling, I float. It is the law. It's hard because we're trying to stop our greatness. Go with it. Be at ease with your strength, rest in your power today. Go out and volunteer today. I hope you have an amazing MLK Day. It is not a day off. It is a day on. Okay? So go out and volunteer. If there's nowhere for you to volunteer, make your own volunteer. Go help your neighbor that you know has been struggling with the one thing. Go help an elderly person or a single mother. Help. There's always places and people and things that need assistance, and we choose not to. So go and seek those out today. And to feel the style of the day, don't allow anyone to challenge your dedication. And Google that Martin Luther King story. I'll see if I can't find it. To share, excuse me. And the quote of the day, when I stop struggling, I float. It is the law. So I hope you have an amazing Monday. Maybe I'll come back later on today and check back in with you guys. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing day. Please don't forget to share the show because sharing is caring. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel. They can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. And if this is your first time catching the Fearless Morning Show, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? The quote of the day, when I stop struggling, I float. It is the law. It is the law. All right, guys, be amazing. Don't forget sign up for the Sisters Keepers Book Club, bit.ly/Sisters Keepers Book Club. I will be posting about that today as well. I might do a small video on that so you guys can check it out. Hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you here bright and early tomorrow morning. Have a good one.
Thank you again for listening to the Live Past Crazy Show with Yanmitra Jojo. She is the only Live Past Crazy specialist, and she is glad you spent your time with her. If you would like to know more about why she knows crazy and about her journey, she invites you to check out her website, www.livepastcrazy.com, as well as follow her on social media. Yanmitra is her tag for IG, Twitter, and Facebook, JANMETRA. She also invites you to join her on the Fearless Morning Show, weekdays at 7:15 a.m. on Facebook Live. Again, you can find us on Facebook with the Fearless Morning Show page or by name. Remember, as a result of working with the only Live Past Crazy specialists, individuals are able to identify the crazy in their lives and develop a specific blueprint to begin to live past crazy. Do you know anybody who needs to live past crazy? Then send them over her way, because there is life after crazy. Be peaceful, period. And Yanmitra will see you guys on the next show.